Come have some fun and watch some games. Time to get crazy. It's night and day. Yeah. Night and day, back again.
Yes, we are back. Back in the world of The Walking Dead.
Yeah, and now Clem is gone.
Yeah, unfortunately, Clem is no more. And I guess we probably won't see her ever again, hopefully. Because she would be a zombie if that were the case.
Yeah, if AJ missed.
yeah. Just didn't get to the brain the right way. And now she's just a zombie with like a huge gash down her face.
Yeah.
That's even worse.
It's really nasty. Yeah. Like part of her face is just like hanging off.
Over. Oh, yeah.
So yeah, okay. On that happy note, we're going to dive back into The Walking Dead.
Yeah, exactly.
Probably wrapping this up soon, but I guess it depends, because we weren't that long into episode 4, but usually the final parts have been shorter than the previous ones.
Yeah, for sure.
So it could go either way. It's like, how long did the developers want you to be in AJ's shoes?
Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine they're gonna set like his whole path up for you for the
all right, girl.
For the people that are playing. I feel like it would be more impactful for you to be unsure about what his future holds.
Yeah.
But they have been they've been pretty good, I think, about trying to kind of numb that pain that you'd feel from Clem, because like immediately afterwards it like kicks into something brand new, so you don't like sit in it for so long.
Yeah.
But man, that was heavy.
Yeah, definitely. The last episode was harsh as balls. If you guys saw it, you know what we're talking about. If you guys didn't see it, then why are you watching this one?
Yeah, exactly. But, go watch that one, because wow, it was something else.
You know, I think I figured out why, because we were saying during that was more impactful than the Lee thing.
Right.
I'm not sure whether or not it's more impactful than the duck thing for me or not, because still that was the biggest gut punch, ball kick, whatever you want to call it. That one just knocked the wind right out of my balls, as we've said before on this channel. Yeah. But which is
as you do.
As a running theme.
Yeah, I love that we can use that as the standard, and everyone knows what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Well, but the reason why I was thinking about it, and definitely the reason why is the whole time with Lee, throughout all 5 parts of Walking Dead Season 1, the video game, whatever you want to call it, throughout all of that, they're saying, oh, well, Lee is not that great of a guy. Lee is a convicted murderer. Lee is this and that. Lee, like, everyone has a problem with Lee. And
right.
From Larry, I mean, you get to see the perspective of, okay, maybe it's not, some people are too harsh with Lee. I guess it depends on your own personal preferences, your own personal opinions. Like, Lee ended up being a murderer because he killed his ex-wife who was an adulterer, or the boyfriend, or both. I don't remember. Yeah,
I think it was the boyfriend, but it might have been both. But yeah, he ended up killing them because it was cheating and stuff like that.
Right. So yeah, he was convicted for that, and he was being taken to jail.
Lee plus M. Violet plus Minnie. She used to be their friend. How can someone just make that go away?
I agree with you, AJ. That rating is a little bit funky for Minnie to be...
Oh, wow.
What? No way.
You can scratch that out? That's interesting. But, yeah, you were saying that...
I don't want to rewrite history with it. But yeah,
right.
So, yeah, I was saying... Yeah, Lee, they set you up. The whole thing, people are like, oh, should we tell them? Carly's like, you got to tell them the past.
Right,
because it does influence the way that people will deal with
perceive you, I guess.
Yeah. Exactly. So all of that said, Lee is kind of on borrowed time. If the apocalypse didn't happen, he would have just been rotting away in a jail.
Yeah.
So it's not as harsh when Lee gets killed because A, he wasn't the best human being in the world, and B, he was kind of given this extra chance at humanity throughout this entire period anyway.
Right.
So both of those made it less impact. It was still a major scene.
Yeah,
it still got you. But this Clem, the difference is she is just an innocent.
Right.
She has done no wrong from day one to day.
Yeah.
was the way we played her anyway. Maybe if you could have just played her as some just rude total biatch and just been all, oh no, I hate you. I hate
shoot
you.
first, ask questions later. Like, just
super mega violent and rude to everyone she talks to.
Right.
Hey, do you want to go watch the stars with me? Shut up, bitch.
Yeah. Just kicks her off the watchtower or whatever.
I doubt you could do that with her, but you could. Anyway, you could make her. But we didn't. She was a pure innocent from day one to the end. So for me, that's much harsher to see. She was always trying to do the right thing and teach AJ what Lee had taught her, and then she still got. And with her, it's just purely unfair. With Lee, you can make the argument, oh well, he deserved to do. Like, you might agree with that, you might not, but the argument can be made. With Clem, it's like, no, it'd be hard to say, oh, she deserved to die. Like, no way.
Yeah, for sure.
So with Clem, it's so much harsher.
Yeah, I agree. And it's like, that could definitely be something that sways your opinion on Lee and whatnot. Because before, like you said, he's kind of on borrowed time. I think that's a good way to put it. Because, he's literally on his way to prison as it starts. So they already give you that frame of reference there. It's like he did something terrible. So I mean, he paid for I guess he's going to pay for that, but he has this new lease on life, and so he utilizes that to, I guess, a positive end. But yeah, with Clem, it was like there was nothing to work against. It was just purely she was doing what she thought was right 100%. And caring for AJ, although she's still a child and completely innocent, and trying to do the right things by AJ. So it's just to have that snuffed out was harsh for sure. Probably the most like you said, Duck was a huge thing, and Duck was rough for sure. But I think this was probably the most impacted I've been by the series for sure.
You should tell Willie this is here in case we need more bombs.
Oh, that answers that. So he is not fully isolated. He is still hanging out with the surviving crew from the school.
That's interesting.
Nothing good.
So, yeah, I guess he's what's it called? He's hanging out here, but he rendezvous with the group every now and then or whatever.
Oh, he's just here fishing, Brody and Violet were here to collect fish from traps at the beginning.
Maybe, yeah. Could be that, too.
Okay, that was...
So, we're going to take a skull.
Oddly disconnected.
Everyone dies. Wow. Okay.
It's getting kind of cold. I'll bring some sticks and stuff next time.
Okay.
Alright, sticks and logs will break my bones.
It looks like a bad place to sleep.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I would agree with you on that one.
Say that about the majority of places, especially any hard objects that are next to a mattress. You would probably. The oven also looks like a bad place to sleep.
Yeah, for sure. Fireplace, not great. I wouldn't say go sleep there.
That mug, not an ideal place to sleep. Hey, there is an oven in here.
Yeah,
just
randomly,
but I got it.
I was like, wow, you analyze this whole thing, in and out. Oh, what's this?
This place is cursed. Oh, that's scary and mean. I think this place is good.
Oh, there's a massive hole in the roof.
Yeah.
Interesting way to frame it.
I'm surprised since there is
ground.
There you go.
Yeah.
Since there is a massive hole in the roof, I'm surprised that there's not just grass and tree roots busting up through the ground.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, there is a little bit.
I mean, I guess there is with the tub and whatever.
Yeah.
Huh. That's really it, huh? It's either that or we scratch out the heart and that's it.
Yeah, I think we leave the heart. I don't like the idea of rewriting history.
Yeah, I'm good with it, with leaving that there.
Minnie turned into an evil person in a completely unrealistic way. From what we discussed before, we won't dive back into that at this point. But yeah, Minnie, she did in the past love Violet. I don't think we erased that.
Right.
Just because currently she turned evil.
Oh, that's interesting.
Oh, now we have no fish. Thanks,
Yeah.
Rosie. I keep almost calling Rosie Ruby. Oh, we do get the hat back. Dude, dive in.
Yeah.
Oh,
What?
you did not hit the freaking button in time. You better hit it this time. We need that hat. What? Oh, maybe they force you to miss it.
Maybe.
Because
Yeah.
that time you hit it. The first time there was... Oh,
Hey.
yeah. The first time it looked like there was no... It's wet and smells bad.
Wow, that's one way to. Huh.
I wonder if that would be Clem if you hadn't.
Oh,
actually,
if you didn't kill her?
Yeah. Just to add.
Maybe, yeah.
No, dude.
Don't.
Didn't Clem teach you to be freaking quiet?
Ooh.
Oh, it's 10.
10.
Where's the axe?
Yeah. Yeah, you should probably still.
Oh, goodness.
Oh.
I don't want the others to see him, or always aim for the head.
Yeah.
Both are fine.
I don't want to. I don't want the others to see him. I think that was.
Please don't go towards the school.
That doesn't mean let him go.
The other
Yeah.
kids shouldn't see you as a monster.
Then.
That's
No,
not what we
shit.
meant. Okay.
Okay.
Please pull the trigger. That's
Are
not
you
what we
going
meant.
to
Game.
do it?
Yeah. Oh, he's just got to
Oh.
do the James distraction thing?
Or would you get to choose?
Okay, good. At least
Yeah.
we get to choose. Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah, you gotta go. Sorry, buddy. We're the bestest of friends. I would prefer not to shoot him. It seems like the waste of a bullet, but okay.
Yeah, we'd rather use a knife, but we don't want to kill him, but you don't want to let him...
Sorry, Tin.
I mean, you don't want to kill him with the gun, rather.
Right, right. Yeah, exactly.
Me too.
Well, now I'm happier that we picked the shirt that 10 liked.
Let's go home.
Yeah, that is true.
A more fitting...
Let's
Yeah,
go.
I mean, definitely a good scene. It comes full circle.
AJ is great with a gun, but he needs to not use it to kill every single walker he encounters.
Right, yeah, exactly. He's gonna run out of ammo in like a week
Yeah.
if he keeps doing that.
And he's going to be surrounded after 2 shots.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Or he'll draw the zombie armada onto the school.
Oh man.
I'm glad we did get the hat back.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Because I thought it would have been more fitting if Clem gave it to him in their death scene, but she had already lost it.
Right. Yeah, that's true. Oh,
Oh, is that the end of the whole game? No, okay. Maybe? We can't tell
maybe
yet.
this could be credits.
This is like Firefly style music.
It is, yeah. It's very reminiscent of Firefly for sure. Seems very endy, but is this a positive ending? He's back at the school, everything's hunky dory again.
Oh, speaking of Firefly, I'm a leaf on the wind. Watch
Wow.
how I soar.
They really
Into the bucket!
Hey.
Nailed it! Nice shot, guy.
beautiful. He's just like, ugh, what is this?
Oh, it's a happy face. Leaf has a happy face in it.
It's Clem. She's reincarnated as a leaf.
Yeah, it's the spirit of Clem.
Yeah.
She's a dryad now. Sending messages
Oh.
to nature.
He dropped it. Huh.
It was too happy.
I thought, yeah, that was gonna be like, oh, positive symbolism or whatever. Nope. It's like, oh, screw it. Everyone dies anyway. I mean, his outlook right now can't be all that positive.
Yeah, if it was immediately positive,
Yeah.
he wouldn't be like a sane human.
True. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he's gonna be depressed for a very, very, very long time.
Yeah, that's where like as soon as he shows a moment's sorrow, people will,
Oh.
hey, it's him. And Ruby, oh, they decided
Yeah.
to be
They're a couple apparently.
together. They're both like, Ruby's like, well, you know, I'm not into you at all, but there's
But-
not a lot of people to choose from, and everyone I know dies, so let's do this thing. instead."
Exactly. Yeah. Lewis doesn't have a tongue. Can't speak to me at all. Oh. We're putting him on display. Don't you think like the smell would bring walkers?
Yeah, definitely not worth it.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I feel like you could you could kind of do the same thing, convey the same message.
Big Willie Styles climbing trees.
Yeah, Big Willie Styles. That has to be his nickname. Like, as he continues throughout the school.
Yeah, the guy who was a chronic masturbator at the age of 6 or whatever it was, so that it can be 9 years later.
Big Willie Styles. He's gonna be the new leader of this school, for sure.
I mean, he might actually be the best man for the job.
Maybe.
Because he had some decent planning and going on. It was motivated from revenge, but it's not like he was just screwing around or...
Yeah, I mean, he
has potential as well.
He definitely, I think of the people in the school, I think he probably has the most potential. Besides AJ, obviously.
I don't know, because Sim, Violet, and Willie all show signs of potential.
Yeah.
Violet showed some signs of cracking under the pressure.
Yeah.
We haven't seen a Sim or Willie show those signs, but we haven't seen them under the pressure.
Right. I mean, I feel like a Sim could have been a bit more leader, but based on what I saw him here, not really all that great in terms of leadership roles. Violet, I think she just cracks under the pressure because whenever there's a stressful situation, she's just like freaking out more so.
She wasn't as bad as Marlon, because he was definitely cracking harder, but she hadn't been under the weight of that pressure for as long as Marlon.
Yeah.
So it's hard to say whether she would, have that strength and eventually, shore up and manage everything and handle it fine, or if with Clem that would be kind of like the final straw, and she would crack too hard and just couldn't handle the burden.
Come back from it, kind of.
What you doing there, goofball?
Oh, good. We're hallucinating.
Yeah.
Whoa. Easy there.
What?
Oh, he chopped her leg off?
You're walking.
He didn't chop.
Oh.
Wood arm legs.
Crutches.
No way.
Crutches. I found your hat. It was in the creek down by the shack. I thought I wouldn't get it, but Rosie jumped right in and got it out of the water. It's all wet now.
Now he's got dog slaughter.
It's probably got blood and tons of other stuff on it.
That's definitely
As long as
days.
as long as Willie hasn't gotten a hold of
You
it,
know
we're
what?
doing okay.
You keep it if you want it.
Yeah. It's like, why is it solid?
I have a surprise for you too.
She said he could keep it.
Yeah.
Passing him
Come
the
with me.
torch.
I want to show you something.
Is it a different ending where you died?
Yeah.
'Cause that's what I thought you were going to show us.
Right.
This is cool, but I don't think we would have earned this ending because Clem, to our knowledge, didn't believe that this was a thing.
That it would work. Yeah.
Like, this should have been a
What
consequence
do you think?
because we didn't see Abel like that.
Right.
It's for me.
And I don't know.
Aw,
Yep.
tire swing.
Really
Yeah.
helped me put it together. Come on, let me push you.
Like, I don't know if AJ has ever seen that attempted before.
Right.
So, for that to happen and for it to work, and this be the first instance of it working, seems a bit contrived.
Yeah, like, this seems like an ending that we would have gotten under different circumstances. Thought this was a monster trap. This is my favorite day ever. Did she ever get to swing? Or I'm flying. So we get to pick from AJ, and this this is one of those Guardians of the Galaxy had these floaty text options a few times.
Did she ever get to swing? So
We
I'm
know that
assuming
she
Clem.
did.
I thought this was a monster trap, and I'm flying. I'll do I'm flying. It seems like a youthful.
I mean, he doesn't have to be despondent anymore, so it could
right.
be his favorite day ever. I don't know. Maybe not, because he just shot 10. So yeah, I'm flying seems like the best.
Right, yeah.
Less homicidal response.
It was an okay day, and then I got to shoot 10, and now it's fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm flying.
You sure are.
Higher.
I'm trying.
Just lost a leg.
Yeah,
Come on,
right.
take it easy.
Come and get it.
Oh, was that Ruby? Somebody cooks besides Omar? Good.
Yeah, share those,
You're the best, Clem.
I'm the only Clem in the game. I'm the best and the worst
It's gonna
Clementine.
get cold.
Excuse me. You don't have the option.
Guys, really?
Come on, let's go eat.
I keep thinking this is going to be like a
We're coming.
Dream.
like a
we're gonna
dream
wake
or
up.
something like that. Yeah,
That's what I
He
thought
is
at first, but he
hallucinating?
has no reason to dream that she had a leg
yeah, right.
amputated. Yeah, okay. 10 died and all, but he brought it on himself, and that was foreshadowed really early on.
Yeah.
His happiness about heaven, and
Right,
you guys
right.
are so in love.
So cute.
Hey, Violet and Lewis.
Yeah. I
So
guess.
they didn't have to redraw that scene depending on who you chose. Oh. Okay, that seems like a waste of
That
food.
seems like, yeah, a huge waste of food, but okay.
Food fights are good, and kids like food fights. But
Yeah, when food is so limited.
Yeah.
Probably want to relax on throwing food away. Oh, Lewis can't taste anything ever again. That's,
poor Lewis.
yeah. Well, I mean, Lewis doesn't have a tongue now. Clem doesn't have a leg now.
Ruby forgot her manners now. She doesn't have a manners now.
She doesn't have a manner. I can do way better than that. I'll say I can do better than that. We're having a fun time.
You don't want to say way better than that if we're having a fun time? Ruby, what
No,
the
I
hell?
don't-
You hypocrite.
Yeah.
What? It's good.
Wow.
Seconds, please.
Already? You even taste that?
That's rude to say next to Lewis.
Yeah, really.
I wonder
like-
if they left him enough of his tongue to be able to taste things. Man, you better be careful with paper, Lewis, because that is a limited commodity.
Yeah. That is true.
Idiot.
Oh. Sparks
I guess they're in a
are
school, so there could literally be libraries full of books.
Right, yeah. And I guess, yeah, books don't have to get utilized anymore. That's essentially all free paper now.
How much
So-
was it a boarding school, like a military get your shite together kind of scenario, or versus how much was it an actual learning institution? As
Yeah,
well?
that's the
Right,
spot.
right, yeah.
A sim says he saw 10, 15 of them, a little bit past the old safe zone.
I want you to go.
You're the boss.
Makes
We
sense.
need to know who they are. Maybe even see if they're willing to trade. Just keep your distance until you can make a call.
Who are?
15. That's a
Group
big
of
freaking
survivors
force.
out
Yeah.
beyond the old safe zone. Some kind of caravan.
Are they bad people?
We don't know.
Yep. So we're going to find out.
How about you back me up, and we'll find that out together. Word on the street is you're a good running buddy. Best.
Yeah, Violet knows what she's doing. I'll give her that, I guess.
That's
Sending
yeah,
Violet's
that's fine.
She knows what she's doing. Back at you, kid.
And I don't want to bring
That's
up
why
10
I
right
want you to
now.
come with.
It'd make me feel a lot better if you went.
The sending Violet sounded like he was saying, like, all right, she should go, but
Don't
I'm
send
not
her.
going to.
Right, right.
So, given that this was actually
You okay?
a school for kids,
Just getting
they would
tired.
actually have a lot of
Hey,
clothes.
walk with me a sec.
True. I
as
mean,
opposed to
they probably have uniforms, I imagine, and whatnot.
yeah, and a lot of different sizes for a lot of different
Yeah.
kids, and all of the casual clothes that all the kids showed up with.
True. Yeah, yeah. Need to kind of make this more accessible for Clem now. But knowing her, she probably she wouldn't want that.
Gotcha.
She'd like, oh, I'm strong enough to do it myself
Sorry.
anyway. Yeah.
It's okay. I stare at it too. If it was just you and me alone out there, and I was like this, I don't know if I'd make it 2 weeks. I'm gonna need these to go anywhere. And if we ever had to run,
That's why I want you to
wouldn't
make
be
me a
pretty.
go-kart.
I'll make her a new foot.
Better than being a monster, or you can still shoot a gun.
Yeah. I'll say we're done running, I guess. Try and play the...
I guess.
You
I
made
don't
it
think
so we
that's
don't have to.
accurate.
Run.
That's not
We're
our
safe
choice.
Yeah, I guess we are.
You know, inject some happiness or some optimism potentially in there.
Yeah, but Clem's too
But-
smart to know that.
Yeah, that's... I mean, sure, she can see through that.
Optimism
but-
is cool, but yeah, you don't transparent, empty optimism. I'd rather hear
All
something
those
straight
times
up
you would ask me if we'd find a home.
than somebody give me a
All
lie
I
to
could
just
ever tell you
placate me.
was, we'll see.
Yeah.
And your face would fall every single time.
It's better
Then I
than
sewed
saying
it back
yes.
on, thanks to the lessons James
That's
taught
what I
us.
told myself.
Yeah, after we
Something
found
I
James.
didn't tell you.
I'm a master skin
I
seamstress
never
now.
had a plan. I never knew where we were going. I never knew anything. I just fought and fought and fought. And
I wonder if you could
didn't
just, like,
notice.
That's
Strap. Like,
Probably he's still too young
Helped
for
me
you to
find
say
something
that.
Before you did.
I was a clueless idiot the entire time I was taking care of you.
I barely knew what I
Good
was
job.
doing, by the way. We were hanging on by a thread most of the time.
Yeah, she just said even lower than that. She said she didn't know what she was doing.
She did her best, I think.
Or I'm still alive, so it worked.
Yeah.
Either of those are fine.
Yeah, I'll say she did her best.
You tried really hard. That's all that matters, right?
It's part of it.
A big part.
I'm wondering if, like,
When
you
we
could just
were in
kill a
the
walker
garden, You didn't listen to me.
and take
And if
their
you
leg
had,
and just, like, make some kind of, like, prosthetic with it.
I was right to trust you.
Wouldn't
back in the
you
cave
rather have
to make the hard
just a
calls
wooden leg?
when I couldn't. You'll have
Like,
to
I
be
mean-
strong for the both of us.
Well, yeah, I don't know how running with that would be. It'd probably, like, break apart within a
You made
week
it
or so.
to the kid. So, thank you. For everything.
You're welcome for everything.
Yeah, I don't know. I still think the I'm still alive is better than you just. At least you tried.
Right.
Like the sports team, just go out there and do your
Oh,
best.
oh,
It
yeah.
doesn't matter if you win or lose. Just do your best. No, this
Just
is
have
the
fun.
apocalypse. It matters if you win or lose. If you lose, you're dead. So
Yeah.
just do your best doesn't really work in this environment. As long as you try your best, then you're a winner in my eyes. Squirt. No.
Squirt.
Scooter or one of those other insulting names.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
parents call kids that are borderline disrespectful. Oh, this is a weird way to do the credits.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
This is pretty interesting. Oh, you can walk through it too? That's pretty awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, and if you don't see the rest of the credits.
Yeah.
Well, not only can
Oh.
you, but you must.
Right, right. You have no choice. Yep, can't go back. Okay, well, credits it is. And I love that it's all different
Amanda-
fonts.
Oh, Armando? What is that name?
Armando.
Okay.
Armando, yeah.
Dude,
Oh,
Armando, if you wrote that with your own script, then I don't think you did because some of these are borderline graffiti. But
Yeah, right.
Armando, whoever wrote your name and did your font kind of screwed you because that R and the M, they just blend right into each other.
That's Amando. I do like that it's all different fonts though.
Yeah,
It's
it
a
looks
really
awesome.
It's a really cool feel. Wow, I have no idea what that is, but
The mustache.
oh, okay, yeah. Oh, the name here.
Oh,
is-
somebody Zoo or Zhu?
Yeah, something or the other, but wow.
Zhuan Zhu. Forgive my ignorance.
Wow.
Skybound.
This is very creative. I've never really seen this before.
Let's go to the end of the hall instead of where the dog
Yeah.
beckons.
I'll be with you in a moment, son.
Yes, first we must see where the sky has taken us.
Yeah, where the bounds actually exist.
Oh, I didn't remember that fire extinguisher was there. I remember this.
Oh, the couch and whatever.
Yeah, the eternal debris field, which
Right.
means you're not allowed to go that way, but
That no one would have cleared out to
Right,
access.
within
yeah.
years.
Yeah, right. Because they would never want access to more places in the school.
yeah, AJ's like, hey, what's over there, by the way? And Violet's like, oh yeah, we trapped 58 walkers there 2
Right.
years ago.
The couch should be good enough, though.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. Rest easy.
And then, like, they just swarm everyone and kill them. That's the
Okay,
end.
in you go.
That's how, yeah. That's like at the end of this episode. That's what happens.
Hey, good.
There we go. We can place our skull.
And everything else.
We
Let's do
have
it.
more skulls. Okay. A human skull
I
in
wonder
your
who
room.
you
Like that.
used to be.
Be the best decor.
Sophie.
Sure. Look at everything. Ooh.
Home at last.
Sweet, sweet
I
home
don't
life.
know how this works.
Oh, they won't let
It
him.
seems like
After that.
really hard drawing.
I mean, the way
I'll
Clem did
explore
it,
later.
it's not really hard at all. She was a pro with that.
That looks like it tastes bad. I won't lick it. I won't.
Okay.
The interactions are so interesting
A moment with
between these
skeptical
two.
dog.
Yeah.
Clem collects so many skulls.
Didn't you just collect a skull? Kind of being hypocritical right now.
Exactly, and yours was of a human.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
a little bit
exactly.
Worse.
Oh,
It's
Get it
so
up there.
cool looking. I wonder if it has magic powers.
I forgot we had this, to be honest.
Yeah, because Clem picked it up, didn't
Right.
she?
I think so, yeah. In the
In the cave.
In the cave, yeah.
Nah.
Clem runs in with her leg fully healed. AJ, you're never gonna believe this. AJ's like, yeah,
Yeah, I knew it.
I
Yeah.
did that.
Wow, there's so much. Oh, did we get the whole team?
Calypso Cauliflower?
Oh.
Was he the one from the...
Hey there,
Card.
Alvin Jr. You ready to rock?
Like, we picked
I
up
don't-
two, and one was in the car at the beginning, but we never looked at it or something like that?
Yeah, I think one was at the barn also. I think that might be the one we picked up.
Calypso Cauliflower?
Maybe,
Beat Nick.
or
Yeah, Disco Broccoli.
You're
Disco
so cool,
Broccoli.
Disco Broccoli. Like, the coolest.
when I grow up, I want to be a disco broccoli.
I love the, like, completely earnest expression they gave
Yeah.
him for that moment.
You are so cool. I want to be you.
Yeah, that's what his eyes were doing.
Even if I could eat you, I wouldn't do it.
Good,
You're
because
too cool.
you can. You can't eat that object.
Like, ooh, we can keep going. Let's ride this train.
Yeah.
Clem never
To the disco
explained
station.
what is disco.
I might not actually know.
Yeah, I don't think she was around for that.
Well, I'm just getting myself hungry.
Really?
We can-
Because you're a child. I have
No
not
one
yet
likes
met
broccoli.
a child who is...
Oh, there's no way. It's just gonna do. It's changing.
Yeah, it's still slightly...
Can you see through those? They look like glasses, but like bad.
the extreme close-up of Disco Broccoli.
I bet you've seen a lot of things, huh?
Yeah, let's ride this.
Yeah.
man.
Oh my
I bet
god.
we get an achievement for interacting the full way. The ultimate broccoli.
I've seen things you people wouldn't believe.
Oh wow.
Toy airplanes on fire off the shoulder of McCurl Ranch. I watched canned beans glitter in the dark near that one train station with a dead couple Clem tried to guilt me about.
Oh my god. What is happening right now? This was not what
All those moments will be
I'd
lost
signed
in
up
time.
for when I started
Like
talking to Disco
tears in
Broccoli.
Omar's stew.
Wow. Alright, that's amazing dialogue, but I don't think a 7-year-old would say it.
Yeah, he's like a ancient philosopher now.
Yeah. It's really well written.
Right.
Great job whoever wrote it, but it's not something a 7-year-old would articulate in that.
That was it, huh? Okay.
Like, because that was pretty eloquently...
That was very deep.
Stated,
Yeah,
yeah.
very eloquent for sure.
Bugs.
Yeah, see, that is realistic
That-
7-year-old dialogue.
Now we're talking.
They're dead.
Oh, we
My
didn't clean those
flowers.
out.
I'll pick
Bye,
some up.
baby. Yeah, man.
Yeah, there we go. Replace them.
Let the vase live on, baby. Our memory will continue.
Yeah. We
Flowers will
shine.
persevere.
Still don't know why you say that.
We will overcome, baby.
Yeah.
Hey, Rosie. Job
How you
well
doing,
done
girl?
today. I guess Rosie is AJ's now, or
both, since Clem survived.
Right,
It
yeah.
looked like they did the passing of the torch, like, in a fake way, but now that Clem's alive, it's totally fine.
right.
It's like Lewis in a box.
Well, get used to that because you're not going to get any more nude Lewis, unfortunately.
Never gonna die, huh? That's lucky.
He's like, I want to coat my body in plastic. I mean, seriously, they should have armor. Everyone, everywhere,
Well,
in the Walking Dead universe should have armor.
Yeah, exactly. Just like find whatever you can and attach it to your body. Like if it's
Too bad you
stronger
won't be
than
able to draw another one.
if you can't bite through
I
it.
hope you have extra crayons
Use
wherever
it.
you are, Tin.
Oh, that's nice.
Heaven with infinite crayons.
You just said heaven twice. Infinite crayons. And
You know what? I'm a great artist. You hear me, Rosie? Oh, great.
well, okay.
Could we look at the things that we just put? Oh, the mask.
Oh, wow.
I don't remember
okay.
this thing.
Yeah, I mean, I had no idea.
I didn't realize we had kept it.
People are gonna think a serial killer was in here. Like, it's just a human skull, a boar skull, plastic flowers, and a human face.
And a Venus flytrap.
And a Venus flytrap, yes.
And an Etch-a-Sketch, yes.
The-
a
of a-
mushroom in a pot.
Yeah, exactly.
A phonograph instead of a normal...
With a mustache on it. It's like, this is the ideal. This is what I'm working towards. I think that's about it.
Can we look at the crystal again? Like
No.
the things that we put down for the first time? No, okay.
No.
So we can place those, but not look at them once placed. Okay, I
Right.
just wanted to make sure we weren't missing some dialogue. Dialogia.
Biblioteca.
¿Dónde está la biblioteca?
La biblioteca.
¿Dónde está la biblioteca?
Oh,
Oh,
Going wrong with our show.
okay. Don't proceed. This is a
Yep.
good, easy place to cut.
yep.
Something's gone wrong with our show.
Well, I will help you and your show, and Travis will entertain the people who are watching our
Yes,
stream.
yes, indeed.
Do you want to give it one more once over real quick? since
I'm
we
just, yeah.
paused it.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I'm just gonna do a quick I'm not done yet.
Yeah.
But I feel like this is gonna be their way of
Continuing to the end.
of like ending it completely.
Yeah.
It would be great if like I'm all done. It's like end of game.
Mm-hmm. It gets to the real credits.
Yeah.
What
Oh.
the hell?
Yeah, I thought there was a walker in the closet or something. I was like, what the heck? What is going on?
What was going on?
I guess that's the wind from outside or something.
Oh, I guess so.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that their window had been broken the entire game.
Yeah, I mean, if it's raining, like, all their stuff's kind of
Gonna get
done.
nasty.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that the plant died.
Oh, the flowers?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I guess, yeah, they picked them. I guess it's not a real plant. Why doesn't he just take the plant instead of, like, actually grow it in his room? Then you don't have to worry too worried about death the whole time. Oh, there we are.
There it is. See?
There we go.
Worth the last check.
Yeah, and the deer skull. Just more skulls.
This is a good one. Like it's protecting us.
That one does look cool.
Yeah, good placement. Okay, nice little shot.
Alright, looks
yeah,
like that's
place,
it.
Place a
That's all
hat.
she wrote.
It's place a hat time.
See you later, WD.
Yep, it was good while it lasted.
Let's let those credits roll.
Yep. Oh, it went through the desk.
Yeah, it did look like it clipped through.
I'm coming.
Do need to let that thing air dry.
Yeah, for sure.
The sun is a good touch. You are welcome,
You-
developers.
yeah, you
Thank
are
you for
very
making
welcome.
a phenomenal game. You knocked this one out of the park.
Yeah. Wow.
Joe Robbie Stadium.
Love the way they ended it. It's
Central
like
Park.
there's that choice. Like, am I all done? Yeah, I'm all done. Credits roll.
Oh, we can see. Oh, no.
Okay.
Oh, I was just going to say, what, no song? So here is the song.
Yeah.
So should we dive into should we give our general impressions of the game or do our choices first?
Might as well just do choices first and then...
Okay, then roll forward.
And then roll forward, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so...
This song is pretty good.
Yeah,
I gotta say.
It actually is, yeah. I gotta, find the name of the song. I'll probably listen to it outside of this. It's pretty good.
I think it's called Take Us Back.
Take Us Back, huh?
Yeah.
Oh. That's something for the research, just to be sure. Well, choices.
Right.
You and 64% of players trusted AJ to make his own decisions.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I would have thought... Is that the one where we're talking about letting him make his own decisions in terms of he knows when to shoot and when to...
Yeah, I think so.
Is that one?
I'm pretty
Because
sure.
I would not have thought that would be at 64.
I'm pretty sure that's the decision that they're talking about.
Wow.
But I'm kind of surprised too that it's at 64. I figured it'd be kind of split more evenly maybe, but.
I would have thought it would have been hevier the other way.
Oh, the other way.
Yeah. Because especially when Pop Tart Milkman was saying so many people, in his experience, the vast majority of people were not on board with when AJ shot Marlon.
Okay.
And he said he'd seen a bunch of playthroughs and we were the first one where he saw no, you're justified. We
Right.
backed AJ the whole way.
Right, yeah.
And if that's the case, I wouldn't think that people would suddenly flip here and say,
Right.
oh no. If they definitely thought he was wrong there, putting all their trust in him moving forward seems a little strange. It seems inconsistent. We thought he was right there. So if he continued making correct choices,
Right.
then yeah, we're going to back his play.
Then, yeah, we let him make that choice. Yeah.
But if
I
everybody
guess,
was like, no, he was totally horrible and did murder and it was a horrible murderous sin, then
Right.
if they get to this point, then it's a little bit strange to be like, keep on doing what you're doing, baby.
they probably got swayed by the whole Lily thing. I think.
Maybe.
Because this is in between the whole you make your choice on the Marlin is is AJ having to make that call or you kind of giving AJ that call. It's no, kill Lily because she's a monster and ridiculously insane and gonna murder all your friends. So people are oh yeah, if he can do that, he can make his own decisions. But I imagine that would sway a small number of people. But
This song is Safe and Sound.
Safe and Sound, huh?
So
Interesting.
Or maybe
That's
it was
fair.
partially that with Lily and partially in the cave with James is where AJ kind of really...
Yeah, that's where he shines
Proves
also.
his worth,
Right,
yeah.
right. And he's not going to go without a fight. And he's very adamant about his own decisions and doing the right thing that Clem taught him, I guess.
And that's also where he comes directly out and says, hey, I didn't take... I was happy that I could protect you, but yeah, I'm going to kill when I need to, and I'm not going to just take joy in it for that
Right,
sake. So
right.
he really hammered it home from a mature perspective. at
Yeah,
that
it's
point.
true. It's very true. Yeah, he knew that what road that both James and Clem didn't want him to be on, and he's trust me, I'm not there. So let me be an adult about this, I guess, so to speak.
Yeah. All right, so just renaming the school choices. Everybody went with Violet on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the choices weren't amazing.
Yeah, they weren't the best for sure.
I'm kind of surprised, with the general style of Telltale or Skybound or whatever they're going by
Right.
currently. It's just they do know how to write a choice that's more compelling than this one. Happy Sunshine Land, I could see being on there.
Right. Right.
The Rotting Shithole, maybe one of the two. But if you want to have if you want to pull people towards the other, then you should have had a few that were
right.
really
some actually solid choices.
yeah,
in it. I agree.
have one joke choice, not all three joke choices.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I guess that's probably why Violet gets more say.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, not
people
not
go to that
necessarily
because
why.
they didn't write it in a
Right.
compelling way to make people do the other options.
Yeah, it's just I would never care for any of this. So yeah, whatever you
do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
whatever you got.
If
it's
they
fine.
had some cool choices there,
Yeah, then it'd be more split evenly for sure, or swayed towards the obvious right choice.
Shoki Snookerdoodle Reagan, the Supernova. I mean, that dude had some good choices. 77% said killer.
Yeah,
I think that makes sense, especially we discussed at the time, the context of the conversations that they had before.
Mm-hmm. Right.
At least in our playthrough, you have the choice. Clem can tell him, you know, hey, AJ,
Right.
what do we do if one of us gets bitten, or what do we do when I get bitten? And we said in that choice, you have to shoot.
have to kill. Yeah. Right.
So for us, it makes more sense to carry it through.
And
if we had said you run away, at that point, it would have made more sense for us to say you leave.
Then leave. Yeah, for sure.
All right. So.
And I wonder if you say leave, if that means Clem actually dies. But because you decided to kill her,
she lives.
She lives.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, 60% of people shot 10 after he became a walker. 40% spared 10. Yeah, I mean, it just kind of makes sense to kill him.
It does and it doesn't, because in this final part, they raise that ambiguous point of, do walkers retain some sort of semblance of humanity?
Right.
So, in that case, if you do believe in James's theories and his beliefs, then it makes less sense to kill 10.
Yeah. I guess seeing 10 like this would be potentially like a trigger for a lot of people in the school. And if he's in the area, I mean, chances are somebody's going to see him sooner rather than later.
Yeah, we kind of did it as a let's not let the others suffer kind of situation.
Right.
But also, he's still a walker.
Yeah, exactly. Chances are he's going to bite if you give him the opportunity, so don't let him ever have that opportunity.
Yeah, so the choices in this one were actually not as divided as any of the other three in this final season series. So that's a little bit interesting. That I guess they were going for the major impact of Clem, but then maybe not, because she didn't end up dying after all.
Yeah, that was a real curveball for sure.
Here we go. Let's
get to
the
85% flames. Left Lewis feeling shaken. Interesting. I mean, felt discouraged when you chose to spend time with Violet instead of him.
Makes sense.
Yeah. He was traumatized after his capture. Definitely makes sense.
I'd say he was more traumatized after his torture.
His tongue was ripped from his mouth, but okay.
Yeah.
And 10's death has left him feeling devastated. I mean, yeah, I could see that for sure.
I don't really know why. They never showed him as being super close with 10 or anything.
I mean, yeah, I guess he's probably just shaken at the whole idea of, like, the group losing more people or whatnot.
Yeah, but they single out 10 here.
Yeah. 10's death was he... I guess he's the only one that really died, like, in the consequence of saving everyone else. Like, from the school, right?
Yeah, Willie was kind of unknown, but then they showed him climbing down the tree.
So he seems like he's in good spirits.
He either didn't get shot or he's fine. James. Infuriating. Good.
26%. Yeah, really. Was thankful that you respected his beliefs and spared the walkers. Felt elated when you said there might be more to walkers, and hoped you would listen to his concerns about AJ. But you were kind of a huge dick and a monster, willing to like kidnap a child.
Yeah, to force him to your beliefs. Or whatever.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I understand that he wants to do the right thing for AJ and all that, but he's completely not open-minded, and he's failing to see the differences between his particular situation where he blew up and killed somebody for no reason,
right,
versus AJ's situation where he was killing because it was more to save other people's lives.
Right, yeah, exactly.
So if you're that crazy where you can't see that different circumstances call for different solutions, then we're not going to put up with your garbage.
Yeah, I mean, that doesn't make sense. Like, his thing was, like, such on the opposite end of the spectrum of, like, what killing and all that kind of, the ethics of that is. Like, he just literally, like, slit his throat because the guy said something. It was like,
said something that disagreed with him.
Right, yeah, exactly. It just seems like his belief system is so deep, like, regardless of what he thinks, he goes into it 1,000%. And that could be, like, very dangerous, especially in this world. It's like you need, or you can't get wrapped up in your belief so strongly that, like, you don't really, or it hazes your viewpoint of what reality actually is.
I mean, I think you can. It just, if your beliefs are what reality actually is, then it's fine. Or in some cases, it pays to go 100% instead of the people who are going to be, oh, are the zombies alive or are they not? Or are they alive or are they not? They're going to get eaten. Like, James is going to be like, they're alive. I'm walking. I'm with them. And other people are going to be, they're not. They're not walking. I'm not with them. So other people are fine. I don't find it a problem for him to go 100%, but if his beliefs are going to be different from other people's, and he's not going to, like, what he did with AJ is still the exact same thing that he did with the other kid when he slit the other guy's throat.
Right.
It's like, oh, this guy has a different opinion than me, and
but it's wrong.
Therefore he's 100% wrong, and I'm going to jump straight to this ultimate action, as opposed to, like, listening to the other person's perspective to see if that extreme reaction is justified first.
Right.
So James, like, despite everything he's done with his life, hasn't grown as a person since then. He thinks that he has because he's become this, like, pacifist, won't kill walkers.
Right.
But that's not enough. He's still overreacting in a way that's completely irrational.
Right, yeah. yeah. I mean, irrational's basically his personality trait, I think.
Right. Whereas it's a shame because he was trying to become a better person.
Right.
He realized that that was not the right way to be.
Yeah, for sure.
The thing that he took out of it was killing was the thing that was completely wrong in all aspects.
Yeah.
But then it was like, it's the extreme response without actual consideration.
Right, yeah.
If it's warranted, that's the thing that you need to work on there, James. And you're a fictional person.
Yeah.
So,
so you won't get that opportunity, unfortunately. And 10 is dead. He was happy that you let him draw you in his picture of the afterlife. Appreciate that, buddy. I hope you're living it up there, wherever it is. He was bitter when you called Marlon a coward. Okay. And felt hopeful after sharing his beliefs that the walker age will end someday.
Yeah, everyone responded well to that. It's
Yeah.
weird that he was bitter when we called Marlon a coward
Yeah.
because he was kind of one of the few people who were on board with how we handled that.
Right, yeah. He kind of seemed like he understood what was happening with that pretty early.
It's also the appropriate solution. Like, his sisters were the ones who were sacrificed.
Yeah, right.
Like,
yeah,
he should be on board with us insulting Marlon and saying, hey, Marlon, you're a coward for sacrificing these other people before yourself.
Right.
10 should be like, cheering us
gung
on.
ho about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. We brought that to light, and now, and for some reason, people were like 50-50 on it still. It's like, at first they were upset, and then Marlon died, and then they like totally forgot that's what he did in the slightest.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he should have, railed hard for that.
But, yeah, 10 and Violet were always shown as being on board with us.
Yeah.
10 and Violet were the ones who voted for us.
Right, to stay, yeah.
And, okay, then 10's like, but you call him a coward?
How dare you, yeah.
You shot him? Cool.
Yeah, exactly.
But you freaking better not besmirch his good name.
Right.
I will sue you for defamation. Like, 10.
Yeah, right, exactly. Be consistent with your outrage against your kidnapped sisters. 4% left feeling vulnerable.
Wow, so we were...
Yeah, in the very deep minority there.
Yeah, on this one. So she was touched when we described her as a close friend. Vengeful after she watched the Raiders take Lewis. Fine. Understood after you expressed sympathy about her reason for coming to Erickson. And grief-stricken about 10. Okay.
Yeah.
So I wonder what the other option is there. Because if 60% of people let AJ choose, and AJ always chooses to shoot 10, then how do we get from there to here? Like, maybe if you also are in a relationship with Violet, then that's enough to make her feel
Sway the other
loved
way.
instead of vulnerable.
Right, yeah. And I'm surprised they didn't bring up the whole 10 thing more, like, towards the end. Because, like, after you shoot 10, I thought that was going to be, like, a major point of contention. Of, like, having AJ back in the crew or whatever, like, at the school. But it seems like people have kind of moved on from that.
I mean, I see what you're saying, but there's no time for that.
Yeah.
It would be completely an anticlimax if they ended the game that way.
Right. Well, yeah.
Because they have it... All of Chapter 4 is Lily just died, and then run for your life, run for your life, run for your life, survive, survive, survive.
Right.
Will Clem live? No, she won't. Yes, she will. No, she won't. Yes, she did.
Right.
And then if after that they're like, hey, I don't think what you did with 10 was very nice, it would be like, get out of my face, no one cares. So they just didn't have a place to put it.
They would have to order that, I think, correctly. Like have the Clem thing be closer to the actual end, then it's more impactful, and it kind of leaves you hanging more. But then have that be brought up, because I feel like that's a major turning point. That's a major decision.
Right.
So I'd kind of like to see the point A of him shooting and how they got to that next point of him being back at school and everyone's kind of like okay with that now, kind of thing. So I guess just even the conversation would be interesting.
It would be interesting, but again, where do you put it?
Yeah, that would
They're
have to be
for their
like,
lives.
Yeah, that would have to be like in between. You would have to have like one safe point, I guess, before the crap hits the fan again with Clem getting bit and whatnot.
But they couldn't. That takes away the concept. Like, then it would seem like the Clem getting bit was so contrived. Like, oh, they're fighting for their lives. They're getting away. Oh, Minerva, horde of zombies, and Minerva and 10, and they have to fight 10.
Right.
And then somehow they're safe. And then somehow another horde of zombies, and then Clem is trapped in a barn, and maybe James trapped her in there. They could try to work that way.
Yeah.
But yeah, otherwise...
It would definitely lengthen a lot of this process, for sure.
Yeah, I kind of prefer this way, honestly, where they show what the people, how they reacted without the dialogue choices in this case.
Yeah.
Because you can... it was a major decision, and you see that it impacted everybody.
Right, yeah.
But you don't get to dialogue choices. People just drew their own conclusions.
Made up their minds on it, yeah.
Like, are you going to really kick Clem and AJ out after that, after Clem is the only reason anybody is still alive at this point?
Right, yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, interesting. Well, Lily's dead.
Just because she's even here makes me think maybe she didn't have to die at the end of 3.
She could survive, yeah, for sure.
I thought for sure she had to, the way that they had set it up.
Yeah, I don't know that you could, sway her, to not do this anymore, so she seems pretty, deep into the crew. So it's either, I imagine, kill her, or, she goes free, but with the potential to kill you later in the future. Which, I mean, I feel like this is the better of the two choices there.
Maybe AJ did. If you told AJ not to kill her at the end of the last one, then Lily would have survived, and then after the explosion or whatever, we would have seen what happened to her, and she still, no matter what, at this point, would have had to be killed.
Yeah.
She would have come up as another major confrontation like Minerva did
right
early on in this one.
Yeah, true.
Because other than that, I don't know why this is here.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, if there's no other choice, then don't put it here at all. Yeah.
This is redundant unless she could have survived 3.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. So Lily thought she might have been able to sway you to her cause, and realized AJ's potential as a soldier almost immediately. And he does make that, he wears that on his sleeve for sure. Hey, 4 out of 4 on this one.
All right.
Nice, there we go. 100%.
Oh, cool. The summary.
Nice. Oh, well.
Check the windows, aim for the head.
Yep.
When you have to apologize, tell a joke first. It's hard to be mad and laughing at the same time. All right,
interesting.
Cool.
Yeah.
Eat real slow. You might accidentally burp or fart real bad or choke. Cool.
Okay.
Fart didn't come up, but I'm glad that they're being comprehensive.
Yeah, they forced that way in there.
It's not nice to take other people's stuff. Good. I wonder what... It's just... If you were so cruel as to let AJ keep 10's toy, then he would have just been... His conclusion here would have been steal from the weak.
Yeah, take whatever someone's willing or not willing to fight for, essentially.
Whoever is the strongest owns everything.
Yeah, exactly. I have a gun, therefore all this is mine. Is the only lesson.
Sometimes you have to let people steal your stuff to avoid a big fight. That's an interesting conclusion. Do you remember what that one's from?
I think that's when we first met... What's his name?
Oh, Abel.
Yeah. Because, he took the bag of food.
I still think it's interesting that they thought of it as ours.
Yeah. They kind of happened upon it. And then it's like, no, we own all of this now, by the way. Sleeping in a bed is way better than sleeping on the ground.
Okay, that's not the lesson we were trying to hit home.
Right, yeah, exactly. I was justified in killing Marlon because he was a monster. It was the same with Lily.
Nice.
All right, there we go.
I guess most people would get to the here and say, I was not justified in killing Marlon because he was not a threat anymore.
Right.
And then it was different with Lily because she was still trying to hurt people.
Right.
Maybe that's
it was
where
different. Well, yeah.
This would,
I guess,
way this would go down.
Yeah, there's potentially, they're trying to draw those those little details to see, like, okay, what side are you on with that then? Yeah. If you're justified, you've got nothing to apologize for. And whenever you're scared, just try to push through it. That's a good one.
I don't know if we're going with the 100%. If you're justified, you have nothing to apologize for.
Yeah.
Like, you can still do other things that are wrong. But anyway, so...
Monsters won't be here forever. Okay.
So that was 10's...
Yeah, that was...
Everybody said that was a nice idea. Nobody really said, yeah, man.
Is there a
20
way?
years max.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Sometimes torturing people is okay, I guess. That's definitely not the context in Shades of Grey we were looking for that one.
Yeah, exactly.
Holy crap.
When you add, I guess, to the end of it, it's like, that leaves a lot of room for interpretation there.
Yeah, and also the sometimes. It's like under very specific circumstances,
right, yeah.
If that individual is... Or, if you can protect other people and save lives, it's not cool if you just don't like somebody.
Exactly.
Or if it's for fun.
Exactly,
or you're turning into a sociopath or a psychopath.
Yeah, you're just like torturing animals just because it's okay, I guess. If I don't do it all the time, it's like drinking. Oh, I just socially torture people.
Doctors can help with your trauma, but I think they're all dead. Well, that's interesting. I don't remember the conversation where we said they're all dead.
That they were all done, yeah. There might be still people inside walkers, but we don't know that for sure.
Thank you. That's one of the very few instances of Shades of Grey.
If your grandma is dying, stop watching cartoons.
All right, so that's good. He did pick that up. Good.
Pick that up from Violet, I guess.
Yeah.
Growing up too fast can make you seem scary, but people still have to trust you to make the hard calls. That's a pretty interesting one.
That's a good one.
Yeah. And the hard calls are always unfair.
That's a little extreme.
Yeah.
Especially since Clem lived.
Right, yeah,
I don't think that he would have the takeaway that they're always unfair. All right, here's all the choices forever. Episode 1.
Oh, episode 1, yeah.
So we did not do... Whoops.
So...
Okay, so yeah, the top one. We did kill the dudes.
Yep.
And I don't know what the bottom one is trying to convey with AJ. I guess we'll do left to right.
Yeah.
Then at the top, we did not go with Violet and Brody. We did go with Asim.
Yep.
Okay, so it's a yes and no. And then on the top, we did not fight Abel. We did let Abel hold us up for the
food, yep. And...
All right, because still, if you have somebody pointing a gun at your child, you're going to let that dude have some food.
Yeah, and you have like 3 bags of food. He takes 1.
Yeah.
If it's like all the food and he's still like threatening, okay, maybe you start like thinking about the fight. But like this is like, okay, yeah, take it. Right. I'll concede that for sure. Yeah. Don't kill my child, please. Yeah. So and then we went with Violet instead of Lewis at the end. Wow. I don't know what the bottom.
Oh, the bottom thing was have AJ go through a unsafe crawl hole instead of kill the people and take their key. All right, so no red hearts.
Yep,
sorry,
no
guys.
Hearts at all, really.
I don't see. Still, even at this point in the story, now that they're safe, now she can have a relationship with either of them.
Right, yeah, exactly.
It's weird when they're like, "All right, you've met this person." And let's get it on.
Yeah, this is the first person of your age group that you've probably seen, so go be together, have fun.
Yeah.
It doesn't care what your personalities are.
All right, so... Okay, we did say that he was cool with taking out Marlon.
Yep. And, oh, wow. The whole burial thing with Marlon, I guess. No,
that's the teacher, I think.
Oh, that's the teacher. That's right. Okay. Yeah, that's true.
So we could have buried her with Ruby or done something weird with Mitch and the dead chicken. I guess they just lit her on fire because it's still vague. It looks like partially an upper torso of a human and
Yeah.
partially a dead chicken.
Partially dead chicken.
It's a zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, true.
Zombie
true.
chickens could be the thing that wipes out humanity.
That was,
At a wet market in China.
yeah, right. Zombie chickens is the next. Oh man, that's COVID-20. It's just zombie chickens.
Or COVID-31. I mean, at some point,
Yeah,
zombie chickens are
it's
coming.
gonna have to come for sure.
So we did not romance Violet, but we
Yeah.
were super friend pals with Violet.
Yeah, yes indeedy.
We did not romance Lewis, although
No.
we did not also compose.
Yeah, a symphony with Lewis.
Yes.
And we obviously went with Violet instead of Lewis, and Lewis
Yeah.
lost his top. This is
We
Abel.
did kill Abel
Yep.
instead of let him turn.
Yeah, we
We did
Oh.
touch the wind chime of love instead of.
instead of killing the walkers in the barn, I guess.
Oh, I guess that was an option.
Huh. Oh, we could have potentially lost a finger or something, or a hand. Oh, Violet could have lost the hand if AJ didn't step in.
Oh, okay.
And
Huh,
Yeah.
then I wonder if Lewis gets captured every single time. If it's. Oh, no, because they don't show who the target is.
right, yeah, it's
The
just
cleaver.
the cleaver,
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, I guess someone's losing something.
Yeah.
Whether they make that call, whatever call you make.
Oh, you look at that.
Yeah.
So James would have died.
If you didn't shoot Lily, then she shoots James.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
And that's a really well done
Yeah.
set of changes.
For
there.
sure. For sure. That
Because
is
James
awesome.
is super, super, super pissed with his righteous indignation, but then
Right. It's
the
like
only reason he's actually alive is because
AJ was able
pulled
to
the
make
trigger.
that call,
That
yeah.
is really well done.
yeah, that is really good.
Good job
Yeah.
on that one, developers. Nice.
That was fantastic, for sure.
It kind of makes it make more sense why James was super irrational, though, because we were like, where's this coming from?
Right, yeah, exactly. He's not himself anymore because he's not supposed to be there 100%.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
they are kind of forcing it a little bit too much. Like
Right.
they could have earned that a little bit better by having us like have to kill so many walkers to get out of there,
Yeah,
and
right,
then
right.
like that makes him snap because he thinks that they're all people.
Oh, maybe,
like,
yeah.
Like we have to kill, he has to kill them, and like it's just you know a blood fest.
There's
of
no way
walkers.
around it. Yeah, yeah, exactly. And then he's like, oh no, I murdered like tens, like dozens of people or
Right.
whatever. Yeah.
And then he snaps. He's like, "No more, AJ. You're coming with me. No one should ever kill again.
Yeah, right,
He
right.
can't be with you, Clementine. No one." Like he's lost it.
Yeah,
Then it
right,
would make
right.
more sense. But anyway, all right. So we were
And-
with AJ and telling him.
I guess this is the decision. You tell him or you say he's not ready to make
I
those
guess.
choices.
Yeah. Interesting.
And then it's either you shoot or
AJ
Violet
shoots.
dies
Oh wow, Violet
or-
could have died, or Lewis could
or
have
Lewis
died.
could have died. Yeah.
So I guess we were saying before maybe whoever goes with us depends on who you romanced at that part.
Right, right.
So if we had, or maybe who you
Who
saved.
even, yeah, true.
Who
yeah.
got captured, who
Right,
didn't.
right.
So whichever one you saved and or romanced ends up meeting with you on the bridge to make it more dramatic. And if you
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
did not let AJ make the tough call, that person would have died because that person could not have made the hard call.
Right, yeah.
Like, they
for
just
sure.
couldn't. They couldn't let you kill 10 on their own.
Yeah, yeah. That's pretty interesting. Wow. And
Again, well done,
yeah.
developers. Nice.
When
Look
you
at
see
that.
like the potential like different timelines that could have been done, it's very interesting.
Yeah, I would
Very
like
cool.
that for them to have done this with the other games, so that we could have seen some of
Mm-hmm.
the. But I guess it does kill some replayability because you want to.
yeah.
The only reason to play through this game ever again is to experience.
is to see the new sides of the stories
yeah,
that you didn't play. Yeah.
I guess you could see it again, like to play through the story because it's super emotional.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, one of the biggest draws of replay value is to experience multiple story threads that
Right.
you hadn't seen.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
All right, so
Yeah, and then this was the whole kill versus not.
yeah, it looks like AJ and Mr. Game & Watch took an axe and tried to attack Clem.
Mr. Game and Watch.
And then
We killed
lasted
10.
10 instead of let him go.
Yeah. Or 10 could have
Oh.
lived.
10
Ah.
would have lived, but the other
But
would
the
have
other
died.
one would have died. Yeah. 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 Wow. Okay. So someone of the three has to die. And it just so happens that 10 was the one that bit that bullet.
So in this case, AJ's conclusion of the hard choices are always unfair is actually correct because you see a situation of you either kill Lily,
Mm-hmm.
and now you have to deal with the fallout from James's unfair,
Yeah, right.
like vendetta throughout the rest of the game, or you don't, and James dies. That's
Yeah.
an unfair scenario. Here, you either let AJ make the hard call and kill 10,
Mm-hmm.
or the other
Lewis or Violet dies.
die. Yeah, and if you do kill 10. Then the others are still unhappy because those two were shown to still be super upset that
Yep.
10 had been killed.
Killed, right.
So yeah, so I don't believe that every decision is always the unfair one because the Clem lives scenario.
Right, yeah.
Now it is interesting that the Clem lives scenario is, maybe it's with the axe because that's the only thing that could change in that image. Like they could have shown it with a different image or.
Oh, right. Maybe, I mean...
But they don't show two pictures, so did it
Yeah.
always have to play out this way?
Maybe.
That's kind of disappointing if it does.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I was thinking, like, maybe they didn't put that for the same reason, like the playability. It's like, maybe Clem can die, and they don't want to, like, put that as an option.
But to do it
But-
with every other one
Yeah,
seems extreme.
to, like, have that be the only outlier. Just, like, don't put it in general if you're gonna...
Right.
If you're gonna do that. But, wow.
I mean, the way the axe is so differently drawn than everything else, it just seems like whatever the implement is will change there.
Right. Maybe it's a gun or something like that if
Yeah.
you do actually have to kill her.
Or no gun, or like no weapon there at all, or
Right,
something
right.
like that. But okay,
Yeah.
very interesting. Definite round of
Wow,
applause for the
yeah.
developers for those branching paths. Seem like
Yeah.
much more well done and well thought out than. Well, we can't keep comparing it to New Frontier because
Different circumstances
Hello,
for
sir.
sure with New Frontier.
Man, and it's over, which is
That's it,
it's
yeah.
awesome and it's sad.
Very bittersweet for sure.
It was
'cause-
great and it
Yeah.
was sad. It was so much fun.
Yeah.
We want more.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I had such a great time. Huge emotional like payout, and it's gone now.
Yeah. I mean, that's why we play for.
Yeah,
To have the
yeah.
intense emotion. I am glad we took a pause, actually. This is a little bit production talk, but yeah, we play in sessions, and after the prior part was where AJ and Clem were having that fight to the death in the barn, and then we stopped for like 2 weeks
Right.
since then,
Right.
before we got back to it and did the conclusion from the point where AJ was fishing. After the fishing was the last part that we did.
Right.
So I'm really glad that we took that time because that made me thinking the whole time that the impact was Clem was dead.
Same here. Yeah, I was under the impression that Clem is gone. We're not going to see her again, and like maybe they'll do an ode to her, like how they did with Lee, with Clem. Is like AJ now has Clem in his kind of subconscious or whatever you want to call that he goes back to for advice, and that would be like the way that they would kind of end it. But that was definitely a major turn. I did not see Clem still being alive through this somehow.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was very interesting just living those 2 weeks under the impression, oh, Clem's gone now. Like
yeah.
that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So it made it heavier impact. But real quick, let's pause it and stop everything that's recording because I just heard some thunder. And if we lose these giant files, it's going to be some ball-busting badness.
All right. Sounds good.
And then I guess we'll give our final impressions and all that.